Guys, I want to tell you a story, and it's so nice outside, so thank you and welcome again to my channel. I want to talk about my experience with... This is Aria Nails. It's located in Glendale, Arizona, and it is by far the most discriminating place around when it comes to nail salons. They will not work with people in wheelchairs, and in fact, they will laugh at you while doing your toes if you have a disability. Okay guys, so, still pale, as you can see. Still no spray tan, but it's really, really nice in Arizona right now. Like the weather is so nice. So I was like, let me sit out front and tell you guys about my experience. Okay, so I went to the nail salon, and as you guys know, I have spastic cerebral palsy, or maybe you don't know, but I have spastic cerebral palsy. And one of my biggest things, like my entire life, has always been that I just never get pedicures. And the reason being is because my feet are stiff, sometimes my toes might like overlap on each other, things like that, so I never ever get pedicures. Until recently. Like when I say recently, like probably like a year ago, maybe, I've gotten probably 3 pedicures. But this is the thing, with CP, our entire body is stiff, right? So cutting my nails is really, really hard. So it's almost like maintenance. It's almost like, you know, girls go get their nails done and it feels good and stuff like that, but it's, with me, like, it's almost impossible for me to cut my own toenails, paint my toenails, anything like that. So it's like personal hygiene. Anyways, so I walk into the nail salon, and I went there with my my son's auntie, Jasmine, which is also like a sister, and my daughter. And so I walk in, and of course they're staring, whatever, that's what it is. But I immediately asked, I said, hey, how much for a full set, and then how much for a pedicure for myself, and then a pedicure for my daughter. So I asked the question, and so they turn to Jasmine, and they answer, she can have the full set for this price, and her daughter for this price. Again, already off on a bad note, and I'm like, this is crazy. I literally just asked the question, but okay, we'll let it slide. So they're ready to take us, so I walk over to the thing, they like sit down at the chair where the pedicures are done, and they'll do my fingers and my toes at the same time. And then my daughter, she'll be next after, because Jasmine and I both got our toes done at the same time. So I'm sitting there, they're talking about me. You know, I know they're talking about me in Vietnamese. And I don't even get bothered by that, because it's like, it is what it is. But then I told the girl how I want my toenails. I said, I want them really square. And then she laughs. I'm like, that's what I want. I want white toenails, and I want them really square. She's like, well, your feet, they're like this, they cross over each other. I'll do the best I can. I can't really, do that good, because your toes are, and I was like, She's like, you need to relax your feet. So I'm already uncomfortable. I'm already like, seriously, like if it was that easy to just relax my feet, don't you think I would have done that like years ago? So let that go. Now keep in mind, you guys, I run a nonprofit organization, so I ask a lot of questions because I like to treat people with disabilities. I want to celebrate you who you are. I don't want to shun who you are. So if I'm able to send you to the salon to get, pampered for the day, I would love to do that. That's what I want to do. So whatever. So they're just acting kind of like they always do whenever I go in, like I'm an alien. And so that's fine. So the guy's like doing my nails, and he's like, you need to move your hands, sir. You need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, sir, like you guys can see, like my hands are very stiff. So there's only so much I can do with my hands, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying, this is what I'm doing. And we're the only ones in there. There's nobody else in there. We have our mask on, they have their mask on. And so I asked him, I said, hey, do you guys work with people in wheelchairs? Now, mind you, I walked in on my crutches. So I do use a mobility scooter from time to time, but I happen to walk in on my crutches. He said, oh no, we don't. And I was like, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm not understanding what he's saying right now, because there's no way somebody would come in here on a wheelchair and you would turn them away without even, like, I gotta be understanding it correctly. So I asked again, and I said, hey, do you guys work with people, do you do people's nails that come in a wheelchair? He said, no, their hands are like this, and we don't do that. We don't deal with them. I promise you, he said, they do not deal with them. Could not believe it. Here's a quick picture of my feet while she was laughing, looking at them, saying that they overlap each other and she can't do my toes square because of that. And here's a beautiful picture of my daughter Charlie, just excited to be with her mommy, regardless of a disability. She doesn't see it.